We live on a water planet, more blue than green. The ocean covers 2/3 of its surface and is home to over 80% of life on Earth. 3.5 billion years ago, life began in the ocean. From the formation of the first tiny cells, an evolutionary story began, leading to the incredible diversity of species we know today. There's one ocean community that is known to host the greatest biodiversity on our planet, and that is the coral reef. Over 25% of ocean species spend some part of their life cycle here. There are at least 4,000 species of fish who depend on corals. Spending time here, the meaning of the word interconnection is magnified. There are so many relationships between so many individuals, and you can see all of these interactions playing out. From cooperation to competition to annoyance, friendship, curiosity. Our presence is an interaction too. Depending on who you ask, we can be seen as predators, friends, oddities, intruders, or protectors. The creatures who live here are not just extras in the story of human existence. Their lives are just as complex as our own, and arguably more valuable. Without us, they would thrive. Without them, we couldn't exist. It's easy to think of the ocean as being something that is out there, but we are not separate from the ocean. Even if we never touch it, we're connected to it. 2 out of every 3 breaths we take come from the sea, from microscopic plankton, who produce more oxygen than all the world's forests combined. The ocean is the living heart of our planet, the circulatory system, the climate that sustains us, the cycles of life that support our land-based communities, are all driven by the sea. The ocean connects the world in ways we can barely comprehend. And the ocean is a world in itself, wild, untamed, and full of life. A world that existed for millions of years before we showed up. Yet in just a few centuries, industrial civilization has pushed the ocean to the edge of collapse. Because of our emissions, the oceans are acidifying faster than they have in mass extinctions of the past. When blue whales feed, they ingest, on average, 95 pounds of plastic per day. Plastic that fills their stomachs, starving them of real nutrients, while releasing toxins. The deep sea, one of the last truly wild places on our planet, is now threatened by large-scale mining. The ocean absorbs 90% of the excess heat from climate change, so whatever warming we're experiencing on land is happening 10 times faster in the ocean. Corals are bleaching, their vibrant colors fading to skeletal remains, and with them goes the life that depends on them. 90% of the large fish have been wiped out by industrial fishing, but that statistic is old, and things have gotten worse, with the rise of massive trawlers and sonar technologies that make it impossible for fish to hide. Plankton might be the most important organisms on the planet. They are the base of the oceanic food web, supporting almost everyone in the ocean, either directly or indirectly, from larval fish to blue whales. Plankton produce most of the oxygen in the air we breathe. Their populations have decreased by 40%, largely due to ocean warming and acidification. We are nothing without the ocean, and if we are to have any chance of a livable future, we need to defend it. We need to stop pretending that someone else will fix these problems. We are the ones who need to step up, to speak out, to fight back, to protect what little remains before it's gone forever. If given the chance, life can bounce back. We've seen it happen in marine reserves, in places where fishing was banned and fish populations were allowed to recover. The ocean can be resilient, but that resilience cannot be taken for granted. There are fish populations that have collapsed and never returned, even after fishing was stopped. The ocean we see today is not the ocean as it should be. The ocean should be teeming with life. It should be full of fish, full of whales and sea turtles, with healthy coral reefs, kelp forests, abyssal plains, and everything in between. What we're seeing today is a heavily depleted, highly degraded ocean. It's still beautiful, sacred, and deserving of protection. And if we get things right, maybe we could see the ocean again, as it was a few hundred years ago. Unbelievably abundant, the source and center of life on this planet.